It's probably the most positive experience I've ever had in my life. I don't get on the bus every morning and come to work thinking, oh, I have to go to work. I get on the bus thankful that I can come to work.
I've never been frightened in my life at anything, dead or alive. When I came in that particular day or night, there was something in here scared me.
People often become very fearful and frightened, and on many, many occasions it's normal for people to ask for an injection. One minute we're talking about the weather and how fantastic it is that the sun's out, and the next minute we're talking about something that happened 60 years ago. Although we face time restraints on a daily basis within our professional role, they're facing a time restriction in life. I have worked in a hospital setting before, and I just felt that it was a career progression, and it was an area that I found very frustrating in a hospital environment. It wasn't so much helping people on their journey, it was just getting an empty bed. And that's why I chose the hospice, because that's what the ethos is to provide support, care and lots of TLC for people coming towards the end of their life. It might take a day, it might take 3 days, but I think most of them do eventually start to feel, they feel loved, they feel comfortable and they feel accepted, even with a terminal illness. Michael is what I would call an old-fashioned gentleman. He's absolutely such a pleasant man. He had quite a difficult time when he arrived here. He was in quite a lot of pain and distress. But within about a 24-36 hour period, we got on top of his pain. You know, you talk to Michael and you actually forget that this gentleman's terminally ill.
I just came and I had to get radiotherapy for a week, so I go on this side first because that eye's shut. Then I go on this side and this kind of froze. So it wasn't a pretty sight, I don't think. I was like Quasimodo probably. And I say one day, my wife was lifting me. I says, give her a kiss, honey. And so I shut and this one's wide open, so it must have been quite frightening for her because we started laughing, you know.
Michael has a primary prostate cancer. He also has bony metastases disease, which are widespread, and it's a secondary disease within his bones. He has also suffered from a spinal cord compression, which can be quite debilitating, and it basically has left him with no power in his lower limbs.
I'm prepared to fight it rather than lie down, but it is a boxing match, of course. It's an invisible opponent. If you're getting a do and you obviously go back to the corner and you say, wait a minute, this guy's hitting you a few angles, I'll need to attack you somewhere else, that's it. But if it's painful, you don't want to talk to anybody, you just want to kind of cure you in. Like a wee bird in a nest, I'd say, and that's it, you know.
We can cope with the physicals. The psychologicals very often as human beings is the bit that we don't know how to cope with.
I do everything. And that, I mean everything, you know, so it can be a bit embarrassing, like, you never thought of, you know, like say, going to the toilet, you never get a second thought, but if you go and you can't get up after he goes, you know, you're struggling, you're stuck, I say, well, that's just one thing.
For a few days we could have everyone in really stable condition, very comfortable, pain-wise, no sickness. We could be meeting all their needs, and within minutes that can change. We can have people deteriorate quite quickly, and again that's something that needs to be addressed as and when it happens.